Hello friends, welcome. Let us take a look at some of the popular methods of casting horary or a Prashna chart using date, time, place of query. Second popular way is using the Navamsha number between 1 to 108. Third is the popular Krishnamurti Paddhatis, making use of a number from 1 to 249. And then the Bhaskaran CIL with 1 to 249. CIL means the Cuspal interlink. And then finally making use of the Horary number 1 to 2193. That's making use of the sub. And this is the KCIL Cuspal interlink method. KCIL means Khullar's method. Khullar's Cuspal interlink method. So these are the 5 popular methods. Now let's focus on the first one, using date, time and place of query. This I think remains the most popular method outside the stellar system of astrology. In this method, this is typical. A person visits a Jyotishi to discuss a specific question that might be on his or her mind. That particular date, time and place of visiting the astrologer is used to prepare a horary chart of the moment. But these days, the people visiting the astrologer is not very popular because people tend to communicate through WhatsApp or other social media messaging systems. And on top of it, the because of the globalization, the astrologer might be in some part of the world and that person might be in some other part of the world, and that person might be in a country that where DST time or the summer time is active, right? The daylight saving time is active. So all these add some confusion to the date, time, place of query method. Let's take this example where this person who is in New Delhi now is in Hawaii. So now this person is in Hawaii. The the astrologer is still in Delhi, and let's assume that this person sends a message on July 1. Send the message on July 1 at 6 p.m. evening time from Hawaii. And now this message is actually received by the astrologer on the next day, that is on the Saturday, July 2 at 9 a.m. So this creates some confusion, and many Jyotishi or astrologers, they are not aware of what daylight saving time is. And on top of it, the software that they use, those software also give a damn to DST time. So it usually results in incorrect horoscope, query horoscope. So this method is not very effective these days. Another issue with this method is that when a same question is made to an astrologer at the same time by two persons. Sri Krishnamurti has mentioned about this possibility somewhere in one of his books. So here you see these two politicians visiting the Jyotishi at the same time and at the same place. And the question is same. The elections are coming up and their question is about will I win? And these two friendly politicians, they visit an astrologer and at the same time, same place, this question is raised. So let's assume this question is raised on this particular date, time and place. So by following the date, time, place method, all the horoscope or the charts that would be generated for the moment are going to be same, whether it is a Rashi chart or it is a Navamsha chart or the Lagna chart or the D1 to D12, those kind of chart, they are all going to be same. So this creates another problem for the date time place method. Now let's look at making a query chart based on a number between 1 to 108. 108, there are 108 Navamsha. And this approach is better than the date time place approach because it takes care of some of the issues in the date time method. Now let's assume that this person mentions the number 44, and then the number 44 indicates a specific position in the Navamsha table. So let's look at this Navamsha table. So it's going to be this position, going to be this particular position in Navamsha. This is indicated by the number 44, and you can also use this formula to derive that to identify that specific location. So 4 means, here 4 means the fifth sign and the eighth Navamsha. Thus for the number 44, the query chart ascendant would become Leo, and the Navamsha would be the Scorpio, 23 degrees. And then planets are calculated for the time of query, and then charts are populated. Now this seems to be Shri Krishnamurti's preferred method at one point of time, because I was delving into some old issues of his magazine, and I came across various articles where he has made use of the number 108. So at one point of a time, this has been a preferred horary method for Shri KSK before he abandoned it for the 1 to 249 based on the Vishwattari Dasha. Now before I move to the Shri KSK's method using the number from 1 to 249, let me discuss two more methods. The Bhaskaran's Cuspal interlink with 1 to 249 and 1 to 2193. 1 to 2193 is because in the Khullar Cuspal interlink, it is not only the sub but sub is used. So that's why it results in 200 and 193 set of divisions. Now I am not a very big fan of using Cuspal sublot or the Cuspal interlink in the birth chart. These Cuspal sublots are not very reliable in the birth chart, and I did a video on the reliability of the Cuspal sublot, and you might want to watch this video where I have discussed why the Cuspal sublot in the birth chart are not very reliable. But the Cuspal sublot and the Cuspal interlink in the horary chart works very well, and one must not be one should not ignore that at all. The Cuspal sublot or the Cuspal interlink in the horary chart should be used. Now at this point, let me summarize some of the scenarios. So Cuspal sublot and Cuspal interlink in horary chart, yes, this should be used. This should not be ignored. And I'm doubtful about the Cuspal sublot and the Cuspal interlink in the birth chart, and you can watch that video, and I'm planning to make some more video to impress my point. And the Khullar's Cuspal interlink method in the birth horoscope, this is something that I would definitely avoid, because this is a very tedious kind of a method. It involves a lot of calculation, requires a very precise horoscope, and it is prone to all kind of calculation mistake. And similarly for the Khullar's Cuspal interlink method in the horary, I don't see any value proposition or any solid reason to explore this method. So I must say that the Bhaskaran's Cuspal interlink is a truly pioneering work by Bhaskaran, and it can be easily integrated with KP Horary framework. I would definitely recommend to make use of both the Krishnamurti Paddhati and the Bhaskaran method. I will show an example in some other video how to make use of the Krishnamurti Paddhati with the Bhaskaran method in the same horary chart. Now let me come to the horary part of the Krishnamurti Paddhati. That is truly groundbreaking, innovative, and pioneering work in the modern Vedic astrology. KP Horary has a very simple and elegant framework, and if you are a beginner in KP, you must have an idea about this framework, which is based on the Mahadasha. There is one video I created that might help you. This particular video will give you some idea about the KP's framework based on the Kshatriya Dasha. KP Horary, if you just focus on KP Horary only, it can make you famous and very popular in your neighborhood in no time. And if you are a sincere student of astrology and wish to make it your career, then just focusing on the KP Horary is the way to move forward. The beauty of KP Horary is that whatever we need has all been researched by the late professor, and so when we are looking at a horary chart, there is a rule to figure it out whether a particular event is promised at all or not. This is not a small achievement, and this is a big achievement to figure it out whether a particular event is promised at all or not. And then there are easy way to finding the significators, which is the Dasha, Bhukti and Antara, with the help of the ruling planets. The ruling planet is a truly unique concept in KP, and it is worth exploring some more secrets of the ruling planets. And then finally, in the Horary chart, when you are fixing the date of an event, which you can do in the KP Horary with the help of transit. So when you apply the transit rules, KP transit rule, those are easy in the horary, but in birth chart those are not easy to apply. So so there is this elegance from the in the KP horary method. And then now let's come to the mundane or the political prediction. So I have also been experimenting with political, mundane, or celebrities related queries using KP Horary, because it's very difficult to rely on the birth data of politicians or the celebrities that keep floating on the internet. So KP Horary is one that can eliminate the need to rely on the shaky birth data. I did try, and I think a couple of years ago we tried with the COVID, and but uh, we failed. And I think the cusp rotation holds a valuable key when we are looking at some mundane or the query regarding some institution and things like that. But I would have some more other video in some separate session. So that's all for this session. Thanks for watching.